Hey heroes, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Nathan Olson, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the number one reason you're not getting verified on Instagram. Now, Instagram verification has been made easier than ever thanks to Facebook verification portal, where you can now submit a request or form in order to get verified on Instagram. However, there are so many influencers applying for verification today, and not everyone gets verified. Why is that exactly? Well, in this video, we're going to be going over the number one reason you're not getting verified on Instagram and how to fix it. So stay tuned. Now, when it comes to social validation, we all know just how important it is. That's why we see influencers, brands, and businesses alike always sharing and stating as seen on or as featured in special networks in order to help build a reputation, some notoriety, and even trust within their community. If you've been denied for Instagram verification, then you need to do a research on your business name or your personal brand name in order to see what comes up on the first page of Google when doing that research. I suggest going into an incognito window. That way you get the least filtered results from Google, and it's the most raw, natural search result that you're going to get. After researching your name and you don't find anything about yourself on the first page, or nothing good at least, then you need to take a long, hard look at a positive PR campaign that you could be implementing right now in order to help generate more awareness and notoriety for your brand or business. Now, when it comes to Instagram verification, the Instagram verification team is going to do the same exact thing. After looking at your account on Instagram, figuring out if your follower count reaches their minimum standard requirements, or even if the overall engagement of your community is high enough, they're gonna start researching on Google to find out more about you. This is how almost any type of platform, system, or company is going to do research about you. They're gonna go to major search platforms and do a little digging to see what they can dig up about you. Now, what you want is nothing but positive press showcasing how great you are, how fantastic your business is, and the amount of impact that you're driving on the platform or even towards your community. Unfortunately, if they don't find anything, this is a poor sign. This is a bad sign to the Instagram verification team that maybe you just don't have the impact that they're looking for. After all, the verification check is not something that they hand out to everyone, and it's important that the people they do hand it out deserve it and drive a lot of impact for their application and even society as a whole. So when it comes to getting denied from Instagram verification and you don't have any strong press, you need to start looking at press options in order to build more solid reputation for your business or brand and even good news about it. What you really want is to take over that search one result. When someone Googles your name or your business name, you should be popping up for at least 5 out of the 10 search results that pop up on page 1. And that's how you're essentially going to be able to master your name or manipulate the Google algorithm to showcase only positive information about your specific brand name or personal brand name. Now, when it comes to taking over the Google page 1 search results for your business name or your brand name, there's really 2 options you have to go with. You can either A, write the press yourself and start networking with publications in order to get your information out there. It's by far the most time intensive, the most laborious, but it is the most cost effective. So if you have $0 to spend on your press publications, or maybe you're just starting out, this can be a great way to figure out, really what your story is, as well as putting in the legwork in order to get your press out there for a minimal to zero cost at all. Or you can hire a press firm like Your Charisma in order to write press publications about you and utilize our network of major publications in order to get your information out there. It's by far the easiest option, but it does come at a price. So you need to figure out what works best for you. In my honest opinion, if you're looking for speed, brevity, and overall effectiveness, I think it's important that you look at PR firms because they already have established networks and relationships with these publications. So we know what they're looking for and we know how to craft the perfect story. For a lot of people, writing is not their forte, and even talking about themselves or telling their story isn't something they're too comfortable about. If you're able to give us your story, we can craft a perfectly honed piece of press in order to get it out there to really showcase your good qualities of your business, brand, or even the impact that you're driving for the community. Now, for a lot of us that are looking for press, we're also typically doing a lot more things. We're doing content creation, digital marketing, helping fuel the growth of our business, relaying and essentially responding to customers. So there's already a lot on our plate. In order to take some strenuous tasks off and to alleviate some time and to really give us a solid piece of work that's created by a dedicated press team, I think it's imperative that you look at PR firms in your local area, your charisma, or maybe one that you're fond of. This can be a great way for you to get the information out there and to really take over the Google Page One rankings. That way, when you apply for Instagram verification the next time, when the Instagram verification team researches your brand or business name, they start seeing positive PR pop up almost everywhere. And this is really going to help drive up the chances of you getting verified on Instagram, because the more positive PR they see from more established networks like Entrepreneur, Forbes, Thrive Global, Influensive, publishers of that caliber and that network, it'll be easier, and by far you'll have a much greater chance of getting verified than if you had zero press at all or even negative press. A lot of people forget, even if you have zero press, there is still a chance that you get verified just because of the overall influence you might have on other social platforms. But if you have negative press, something that showcases that you're not a great person, you're not doing a bunch of good for society, or maybe you've been caught in a lot of scandals, then that actually decreases the chances of you getting verified, because Instagram doesn't want malicious or poor or ill intent people on their platform. They only want highly engaged audiences that are actively bringing positive messages and positive engagement to the platform. That's why people get banned for, utilizing poor language or bullying others on almost any social platform. So it's not only important to have positive press, but if you have negative press, you can actually utilize your positive press and other publications to suppress or even remove that negative press from the internet, or at least from the Google Page One search results, which by far is the most important. So when it comes to getting verified on Instagram and you've been denied, you need to take a strong look at your overall press, your online press, and see what people are writing about you, if there is anything at all. If there's not, I implore you to look at a PR strategy, figure out if it's something that you can do in-house. If not, go ahead and head over to Your Charisma and talk to myself, Geraldo, or one of our press associates. We'd be more than happy to figure out a proper campaign that works within your budget to really help get some positive information out there about you, your brand, or your business. But that's all, guys. In this video, I know it's been a little short, but this is the number one reason you're not getting verified on Instagram. A lot of people forget that press is such an important piece to social validation and reinforcing the fact that you have influence, that you have impact, and that you have, a real authentic brand that Instagram wants to verify. So if you haven't already, I please implore you to just Google your name on an incognito window, see what comes up, and see how you can either optimize that or hire someone to optimize that. All right, guys, I hope you got a ton of information from this video. It was thoroughly great to see you again, and I'll catch you in the next one.